So I wanted to just drop in and have a quick discussion regarding something that is really dear to my heart and something that I've been working on for a few years now, and that is self-development and self-awareness, and how we can be a better person for ourselves, our community, our families, and so on. So I do want to start off with just getting a better understanding, having that conversation regarding what is self-development and how can we exude that. So when it comes to self-development, I believe it is something that is inward. We have to work. It's something that we have to work from the inside to exude on the outside. Meaning you have to put in the work internally in order to actually aspire and obtain the ability to be more than who you currently are now. When it comes to obtaining certain aspirations in life, when it comes to enhancing your relationships with people, when it comes to even developing new skills, that is something that is developed from the inside out. Society puts a lot of emphasis on the physical development of a person, I'll say the beauty, but honestly, when it comes to beauty, we all know this. It's been said many times before, right? Beauty fades, and that is something that is 100% true. You can go and get all the liposuction you want, the facelifts that you want, but at the end of the day, we all age, we all get old. But something that will always be with us is our character, and it's something that we definitely should focus on developing. And when it comes to self-development, it's not something that you will just focus on for a year, for a season. It's something that is continuous, it's lifelong. It's something that we need to always reflect on and work on in order for us to reach that level of wholeness. So that is something that I definitely want to talk about. And we can also break down different discussions, not only focused on, let's say, developing one's character, but also just coming up with different game plans in terms of how we're going to work on boosting our confidence and or how we're going to get to certain goals in life. Those are all things that are very important, but if we don't have a game plan in place, how are we going to get there? I want to make this journey something that is relatable to everyone as well, and for you guys to also be a part of that journey with me, because I really do find that it's really important for us to continue to grow and develop ourselves, not only physically, but also emotionally and mentally. So that is something that I definitely want for us to have ongoing conversations on, and also just dig deep on certain topics and have conversations regarding what we can do to really get ourselves to that next level. And one of the reasons why this is a very important topic when it comes to, let's say, challenges that you may face in life. One thing that is really, really important is for us to be aware of how these challenges may impact us or affect us emotionally, and come up with a game plan to make sure that we can address it. Or let's say, for example, if you may have failed in the past when trying to deal with a certain situation, you've been able to develop skills. So we're drawing on the positives to come up with a plan to get to the next level. So I want to also discuss 4 reasons why self-development should be a priority for everyone. The first is that it takes us out of our comfort zone. One of the reasons why prioritizing our self-awareness, or even development, I should call it, our development, is because it takes us out of our comfort zone, and we are able to then establish and recognize different skills that we may or may not have. All right, so the second thing that I would say that is extremely important when we're working on our self-development is having an action plan, also known as a game plan, an agenda. What are your goals? We need to set our goals down by writing them. Write them out. Figure out what you want to accomplish. What is the overarching goal, and break them down in sub goals. We will be able, as a result of having smaller goals, be able to feel more, or it may feel more achievable. So when it comes to a game plan, that is basically our goals. What are your overarching goals in life? What do you want for yourself? What do you see your purpose being, and how do you plan to get there? By having a game plan, it's easier to, let's say, identify with, but not only identifying with, you're able to really focus on how can I break down the larger goal into something that is more attainable, let's say week by week. So you're able to then have, let's say, a game plan as to how you're going to carry out to get to where you want to be in life. So number 3, it boosts your confidence. Making the decision to improve on certain skills that you have will naturally just boost your confidence. Why? Because you're applying things that you're learning to your day-to-day life. So just naturally you'll feel more confident in your skin, because why? You're doing what you're setting forth to do. You've written out a plan and you're like, listen, I got this, I'm going to do it, and let me show the world, let me show myself.